ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏꯒꯤ ꯑꯍꯥꯟꯕꯗ ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏꯅ ꯇꯝꯗꯣꯏꯁꯦ ꯐꯟꯗꯥꯃꯦꯟꯇꯦꯜ ꯔꯥꯏꯠꯁ ꯉꯁꯥꯏꯒꯤ ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏꯗ ꯄꯤꯔꯤꯕ ꯐꯟꯗꯥꯃꯦꯟꯇꯦꯜ ꯔꯥꯏꯠꯁꯇꯨꯅꯦꯕꯀꯣ ꯁꯣ ꯐꯟꯗꯥꯃꯦꯟꯇꯦꯜ ꯔꯥꯏꯠꯁꯦ ꯌꯥꯝꯅ ꯏꯝꯄꯣꯔꯇꯦꯟ ꯑꯣꯏ ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏꯒꯤ ꯃꯥꯒꯤ ꯃꯤꯑꯣꯏꯕ ꯑꯃꯒꯤꯗꯃꯛꯇ ꯃꯁꯤꯒꯤ ꯄꯣꯠꯁꯤꯗꯤ ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏꯒꯤ ꯇꯧꯗꯕ ꯌꯥꯗꯕ ꯍꯥꯏꯗꯤ ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏꯒꯤ ꯔꯥꯏꯠꯁ ꯈꯔꯅꯦꯕꯀꯣ ꯑꯗꯨꯅ ꯃꯁꯤꯗꯤ ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏꯒꯤ ꯐꯟꯗꯥꯃꯦꯟꯇꯦꯜ ꯔꯥꯏꯠꯁꯦ ꯁꯣꯛꯂꯛꯑꯒꯗꯤ ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏꯅ ꯀꯥꯏꯗ ꯆꯠꯄ ꯌꯥꯏ ꯌꯨ ꯀꯦꯟ ꯒꯣ ꯇꯨ ꯗ ꯁꯨꯄ꯭ꯔꯤꯝ ꯀꯣꯔꯠ ꯑꯗꯨꯅ ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏꯒꯤ ꯐꯟꯗꯥꯃꯦꯟꯇꯦꯜ ꯔꯥꯏꯠꯁꯦ ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏꯅ ꯀꯩꯀꯩ ꯇꯧꯕ ꯌꯥꯏ ꯍꯥꯏꯕꯅꯆꯤꯡꯕꯗꯨꯅꯦꯕ ꯑꯗꯨꯅ ꯁꯤꯗ ꯂꯩꯔꯦꯀꯣ ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏꯒꯤ certain rights are called fundamental or basic rights ꯍꯥꯏꯕꯀꯣ because they are essential for the realization of the highest good of the citizens. These rights are to be looked upon as inalienable rights of an individual which every human being is entitled to enjoy if he or she is to maintain human dignity. They are incorporated in the Constitution and are justiciable. Justiciable, that is, justiciable habiti kaino. Any violation of this right can be questioned in a court of law. Habiti sigi right se hoigi justiciable oi. Justiciable habiti kaino. Hoigi aigi sigi aigi fundamental right se handak matangda mange. Aduna tawre haragadi kanagumba amana nangi fundamental right se hongoi nabiraba, you can go to the court. The court chatpa yai. That means it is justiciable. Ko some restriction on the fundamental right have been imposed in the interest of common good and the security of the country. Ko sida sarna no ngasidi I will not be telling you the particular article ko. So khangada amna 12 to 35 say Article 12 to 35 is the fundamental rights. You can go and like download an app from your this Play Store ko. Play Store da chatlaga no app amma download tawraga Indian Constitution hai na the Article 12 se kaino Article 13 se kaino Article 15 se kaino si ma'am ji loina yengadabani ko but asagi ami articles hai but as a student as in general you have to know your fundamental rights, you have to know your GPSP, you have to know the fundamental duties ko si ma'am se khamba mayam important oi nandare ko aduna sida hai se right to equality magi portion khara ꯉꯁꯥꯏꯒꯤ article ꯁꯤꯗꯒꯤꯅ ꯁꯤꯒꯤ ꯃꯅꯨꯡ fundamental rights ꯀꯤꯗ ꯃꯅꯨꯡꯗ ꯁꯤꯗꯒꯤꯅ ꯁꯤꯕꯨ ꯃꯈꯜ ꯈꯥꯏꯗꯣꯛꯑꯅꯤ rights to equality. The principle of equality means there are no special privileges and no distinction based upon religion, caste, color, creed, or sex. In public employment, the state provides equal opportunities to all people if they are otherwise qualified. Social equality has been secured by abolition of untouchability. Sine, hoyi ngasai okay, bakhogi fundamental rights hai. Sigida hoyi ma equality ki ko. Siguma mayam sing se. Yamna important oi habagi maramdi hoyi sigi equality da mayam ama yaure bakhoina kamai tawgadage se ka bakhoigi hak singsina kaino ꯑꯗꯨꯅ ꯁꯤꯒꯤ ꯌꯥꯎꯔꯤꯕ ꯏꯀ꯭ꯋꯥꯂꯤꯇꯤꯁꯤꯡꯁꯦ ꯃꯁꯤ ꯏꯝꯄꯣꯔꯇꯦꯟ ꯑꯣꯏꯅ ꯈꯪꯕ ꯗꯔꯀꯥꯔ ꯂꯩꯀꯣ ꯃꯁꯤ ꯑꯥꯔꯇꯤꯀꯜ ꯀꯌꯥꯅꯣ ꯑꯗꯒꯤꯗꯤ ꯑꯥꯔꯇꯤꯀꯜ ꯀꯌꯥꯗꯒꯤꯅ ꯀꯌꯥꯐꯥꯎ ꯑꯣꯏ ꯁꯤꯒꯨꯝꯕꯅꯆꯤꯡꯁꯦ ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏꯅ ꯈꯪꯕ ꯏꯝꯄꯣꯔꯇꯦꯟ ꯌꯥꯝꯅ ꯑꯣꯏ ꯑꯗꯨꯅ ꯌꯨ ꯍꯦꯞ ꯇꯨ ꯒꯦꯠ ꯑ ꯕꯨꯛ ꯑꯣꯐ ꯑꯥꯔꯇꯤꯀꯜ ꯀꯣ ꯑꯗꯨꯝꯇ ꯄꯥꯏꯀꯣ ꯅ ꯑꯥꯔꯇꯤꯀꯜꯁꯤꯡꯁꯦ ꯈꯪꯕꯗ ꯌꯥꯝꯅ ꯏꯝꯄꯣꯔꯇꯦꯟ ꯑꯣꯏ ꯑꯗꯨꯒ ꯑꯥꯔꯇꯤꯀꯜꯁꯤꯡꯁꯤꯒꯤ ꯃꯇꯨꯡ ꯏꯟꯅꯁꯨ ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏꯒꯤ ꯊꯕꯛ ꯃꯌꯥꯝ ꯑꯃꯁꯨ ꯇꯧꯔꯛꯇꯣꯏꯅꯤꯀꯣ handbook of article ꯑꯗꯨꯅ ꯉꯁꯥꯏꯒꯤ ꯅꯣꯏꯅ ꯌꯦꯡꯉꯛꯇꯣꯏꯕ ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏꯒꯤ ꯑꯥꯔꯇꯤꯀꯜꯁꯤꯡꯁꯤꯗ ꯀꯔꯝꯕꯅ ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏꯒꯤ ꯆꯥꯟꯅꯒꯦ ꯍꯥꯏꯕꯁꯦ ꯅꯣꯏꯒꯤ ꯉꯁꯥꯏꯒꯤ ꯌꯨ ꯖꯤ ꯁꯤ ꯅꯦꯠꯀꯤ ꯄꯔꯁꯄꯦꯛꯇꯤꯞꯇꯗꯤ ꯅꯣꯏꯅ ꯃꯦꯟ ꯑꯣꯏꯅ ꯈꯪꯗꯣꯏꯁꯦ ꯀꯩꯗꯧꯕ ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏꯒꯤ ꯃꯥꯒꯤ ꯀꯩ ꯍꯥꯏꯒꯦ ꯇꯧꯔꯝꯕꯗꯣ ꯃꯥꯒꯤꯀꯣ ꯁꯤꯒꯤ ꯐꯟꯗꯥꯃꯦꯟꯇꯦꯜ ꯗ꯭ꯌꯨꯇꯤꯁ ꯐꯥꯎꯕꯁꯦ ꯁꯤꯗ ꯌꯦꯡꯒꯗꯕ ꯍꯥꯏꯕꯗꯤ ꯐꯟꯗꯥꯃꯦꯟꯇꯦꯜ ꯗ꯭ꯌꯨꯇꯤꯁꯇꯒꯤꯅ ꯐꯟꯗꯥꯃꯦꯟꯇꯦꯜ ꯔꯥꯏꯠꯁꯇꯒꯤꯅ ꯐꯟꯗꯥꯃꯦꯟꯇꯦꯜ ꯗ꯭ꯌꯨꯇꯤꯁ ꯐꯥꯎꯕꯁꯦ ꯁꯤꯗ ꯀꯩꯗꯧꯕ ꯅꯣꯏꯅ ꯑꯥꯔꯇꯤꯀꯜꯁꯦ ꯀꯔꯝꯕ ꯑꯥꯔꯇꯤꯀꯜꯁꯦ ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏꯒꯤ ꯅꯩꯅꯕ ꯌꯥꯒꯦꯀꯣ ꯁꯤꯗ ꯃꯥꯒꯤ ꯏꯖꯨꯀꯦꯁꯟꯒ ꯃꯔꯤ ꯂꯩꯅꯕ ꯌꯥꯒꯦ ꯍꯥꯏꯕꯁꯦ ꯌꯦꯡꯒꯗꯕꯅꯦꯕ ꯃꯔꯝꯗꯤ ꯀꯩꯒꯤꯅꯣ ꯍꯥꯏꯕ ꯃꯇꯝꯗ ꯃꯁꯤꯗ ꯌꯦꯡꯉꯤꯕ ꯄꯔꯇꯤꯅꯦꯟꯠ ꯑꯣꯏꯕꯗꯤ ꯑꯗꯨꯒꯤ ꯑꯦꯔꯤꯌꯥꯗꯨꯅꯦꯕ ꯅꯠꯇ꯭ꯔꯒꯗꯤ ꯅꯣꯏꯅ ꯌꯦꯡꯉꯣ ꯑꯇꯣꯞꯄ ꯃꯌꯥꯝ ꯌꯦꯡꯉꯨꯕ ꯀꯥꯟꯗꯗꯤ ꯀꯣꯛ ꯉꯥꯎꯔꯅꯤꯀꯣ ꯑꯗꯨꯒ ꯉꯁꯥꯏꯒꯤ ꯃꯣꯁꯂꯤ ꯂꯥꯛꯄꯁꯦ ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏꯒꯤ ꯀꯩ ꯍꯥꯏꯅꯤ ꯂꯥꯛꯄꯁꯨ ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏꯒꯤ ꯉꯁꯥꯏꯒꯤ ꯐꯟꯗꯥꯃꯦꯟꯇꯦꯜ ꯔꯥꯏꯠꯁꯇꯒꯤꯅ ꯐꯟꯗꯥꯃꯦꯟꯇꯦꯜ ꯗ꯭ꯌꯨꯇꯤꯁ ꯐꯥꯎꯕꯁꯦ ꯌꯥꯝꯅ ꯀꯣꯏꯁꯟ ꯂꯥꯛꯏ ꯍꯪꯕ ꯌꯥꯕꯒꯤ ꯑꯦꯔꯤꯌꯥꯁꯦꯀꯣ ꯖꯦꯅꯔꯦꯜ ꯑꯣꯏꯅ ꯑꯗꯨꯒ ꯅꯣꯏꯅ ꯉꯁꯥꯏꯒꯤ ꯃꯌꯥꯝ ꯑꯃ ꯈꯪꯕꯗ ꯅꯣꯏꯅ ꯈꯤꯇꯪ ꯖꯦꯅꯔꯦꯜ ꯑꯣꯏꯕ ꯄ꯭ꯔꯁꯤꯗꯦꯟꯒꯤ ꯃꯇꯥꯡꯗ ꯈꯪꯕ ꯗꯔꯀꯥꯔ ꯂꯩꯀꯣ ꯑꯗꯨꯗꯒꯤ ꯅꯣꯏꯅ ꯌꯥꯝ ꯀꯝꯄ꯭ꯂꯦꯛꯁ ꯑꯣꯏꯕ ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏꯒꯤ ꯌꯨ ꯄꯤ ꯑꯦꯁ ꯁꯤꯒꯤ ꯇꯥꯏꯞꯇ ꯑꯗꯨꯃꯥꯏꯅ ꯄꯥꯕ ꯗꯔꯀꯥꯔ ꯂꯩꯇꯦ ꯅꯣꯏꯅ ꯉꯁꯤꯒꯤ ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏꯒꯤ ꯌꯨ ꯁꯤ ꯅꯦꯠꯀꯤꯗ ꯄꯥꯔꯛꯇꯣꯏꯁꯦ aduna right to freedom. The Constitution provides to every citizen the following rights: freedom of speech, freedom of speech, to assemble peacefully, to form association and unions, to move freely throughout the territory of India, to reside and settle in any part of the territory of India, to practice any profession or carry on any trade and profession ko. ꯑꯗꯨꯅ ꯉꯁꯥꯏꯒꯤ ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏꯒꯤ ꯐꯟꯗꯥꯃꯦꯟꯇꯦꯜ ꯔꯥꯏꯠꯁꯤꯁꯨ ꯈꯔ ꯂꯩ ꯀꯣ ꯁꯥꯔꯅ ꯑꯦꯁꯥꯏꯟꯃꯦꯟ ꯑꯃ ꯄꯤꯒꯦꯀꯣ ꯀꯣ ꯅꯪꯅ ꯈꯪꯗꯣꯏꯁꯦ which of the 그러봐 fundamental rights are suspended during an emergency. Emergencyꯒꯤ ꯃꯅꯨꯡꯗ ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏꯒꯤ article ꯀꯌꯥꯅꯣ ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏꯅ ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏꯒꯤ enforceable ꯑꯣꯏꯍꯟꯗꯕꯀꯣ ꯑꯗꯨꯅ ꯁꯤꯒꯨꯝꯕ ꯄꯣꯠꯁꯦ ꯀꯔꯝꯕ ꯀꯥꯟꯗ articleꯅꯣ ꯍꯥꯏꯕ ꯄꯣꯠꯁꯦ this is for you to see ꯀꯣ ꯑꯗꯨꯅ article ꯈꯔꯗꯤ ꯃꯣꯏꯅ emergencyꯒꯤ ꯃꯇꯝꯗ article ꯈꯔꯗꯤ ꯑꯗꯨꯝ ꯆꯠꯅꯔꯒ ꯂꯩ article ꯈꯔꯗꯤ ꯀꯣ suspend ꯇꯧꯕ ꯌꯥꯗꯦꯕ aduna noina yengduise this is an assignment karam article se suspend tawba yadage karam na suspend tawgini by default ko siguma ma'am simply you have to know sidi this is a basic knowledge nangina sage rights khango haibani if you are becoming a teacher if you do not know your own right how are you going to become a teacher I'm not asking you to study all of the this article of the Indian Constitution, but you have to know the basic articles of the Indian Constitution for like Article 21A, right to education. Chikaje 21 habamgale Article 21A habamgale ko. Aduna you have to know between Article 21 habamga 21A haba amaga ko. Siya ni je khangba important oi ko. Aduna Article 21 se sisina tongali sina right to life ko sige matangni adunga si ani si yengo so sida hai se sida khara laitra the constitution provide to every citizens the following rights the rights khara di emergency matam di ke khalani freedom of speech or expression ga ise si ngani ngang ba yaro khara control taro ani ko sidagi to assemble peacefully ga to form association and union siga je yarakta ko siguma mayam khara rights khara di hoigi if in times of national emergency the lauthokini bako matamdudadi enforceable yadaba khara lakani so right to freedom of religion sisa ahoigi sina kai hai ahoigi khoina follow tawningba khoina religion khoina tawningba practices ko siguma mayam sing se religious practices sing se tawningba mong da tawba yai heba you can follow any religion you want adubo religion harega religion ama follow tawba matamda kadawni habane mana je right to freedom of religion haba matamda mana je nangna follow tawningba nangi conscience ya jaba religion loina follow tawba yai adubu kaidawba nangna tawriba potse nangi religion ne hairaga ga potuna miyobi haksang da sokpa yaba adagidi morality da sokpa yaba adagi public order da sokpa yaba ko sigum masing tawragadi kadawba adugumudi yade but as long as your nangi sina morality da ko adagidi migi public order da hairagadi example in adumudi yaiba aduna masagi public order haise kaino morality haise kaino health se kaino nangi religion na yai na hairaga nang ege religion jini nonganu mitabu yu thakpani na yu dum 24 hour thakpa mi ta je ege religion jini koi lai jidi yu thaga dum khoram godabani yu dum thaba adugi adum religion du di ya gadra ne yaroi ko ege religion na ne ngai ne na mi ge lamyai do chatlaga hoigi kana gumba hojiki mafam du da example oina khoi harisini ko hindu singjidi di khoigi beef chade ko adagi muslim na pork chade sigumba je ꯌꯥꯁꯨ ꯌꯥꯗꯦ ꯑꯊꯤꯡꯕ ꯊꯝꯃꯦꯅ ꯈꯜꯂꯁꯦꯕ ꯊꯝꯃꯦꯕꯀꯣ ꯑꯗꯨ ꯌꯥꯁꯨ ꯌꯥꯗ꯭ꯔꯤꯕ ꯄꯣꯠꯁꯦ ꯅꯪꯅ ꯄꯨꯁꯜꯂꯒ ꯑꯩꯒꯤ ꯔꯤꯂꯤꯖꯟꯅ ꯌꯥꯕꯅꯤ ꯅ ꯍꯥꯏꯔꯒ ꯃꯐꯝꯗꯨꯗ ꯆꯠꯂꯒ ꯑꯩꯒꯤ ꯔꯤꯂꯤꯖꯟꯗꯨꯅ ꯃꯤꯒꯤ ꯃꯐꯝꯗꯨꯗ ꯆꯪꯉꯒ ꯑꯩꯅ ꯁꯟꯗꯣ ꯍꯥꯠꯆꯜꯂꯨꯔꯣ ꯁꯥꯎꯔꯛ ꯇꯥꯕꯅꯤ ꯃꯁꯥꯅ ꯄꯕ꯭ꯂꯤꯛ ꯑꯣꯔꯗꯔ ꯀꯥꯏꯔꯛ ꯇꯥꯕꯅꯤ ꯉꯁꯥꯏ ꯃꯨꯁꯂꯤꯝ ꯃꯐꯝꯗ ꯆꯪꯁꯤꯜꯂꯒ ꯄꯣꯛꯇꯣ ꯍꯥꯠꯂꯒ ꯑꯗꯨꯃꯥꯏꯅ ꯇꯧꯗꯅ ꯇꯧꯁꯜꯂꯨꯔꯣꯀꯣ ꯃꯤ ꯑꯗꯨꯒꯤ ꯄꯣꯠꯇꯣ ꯌꯥꯔꯣꯏ ꯍꯥꯏꯕ ꯑꯗꯨꯝꯕ ꯑꯩꯒꯤ ꯔꯤꯂꯤꯖꯟꯅꯦ ꯍꯥꯏꯔꯒꯗꯤ ꯌꯨ ꯀꯦꯟ ꯄ꯭ꯔꯣꯐꯦꯁ ꯌꯣꯔ ꯔꯤꯂꯤꯖꯟ ꯑꯦꯅꯤ ꯔꯤꯂꯤꯖꯟ ꯌꯨ ꯋꯥꯟ ꯑꯗꯣ ꯃꯤ ꯄꯕ꯭ꯂꯤꯛ ꯑꯣꯔꯗꯔꯗ ꯀꯥꯏꯔꯣꯏꯗꯕꯅꯤ ꯄ꯭ꯂꯁ ꯃꯣꯔꯦꯂꯤꯇꯤꯗ ꯑꯃꯁꯨꯡ ꯍꯦꯜꯠꯇ ꯑꯗꯨꯒ ꯃꯣꯔꯦꯂꯤꯇꯤꯗ ꯍꯥꯏꯔꯒꯗꯤ ꯑꯩꯒꯤ ꯔꯤꯂꯤꯖꯟꯅ ꯌꯥꯏ ꯍꯥꯏꯔꯒ ꯃꯤꯒꯤ ꯆꯠꯅꯗꯕ ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏꯒꯤ ꯃꯌꯥꯝ ꯑꯃ ꯂꯩꯗꯅꯀꯣ ꯇꯧꯍꯩꯗꯕ ꯄꯣꯠ ꯃꯌꯥꯝ ꯑꯃ ꯃꯣꯔꯦꯂꯤꯇꯤꯗ ꯁꯣꯛꯄ ꯄꯣꯠ ꯃꯌꯥꯝ ꯑꯃ ꯇꯧꯈꯠꯂꯛꯑꯒꯗꯤ ꯗꯦꯠ ꯏꯁ ꯅꯣꯠ ꯔꯥꯏꯠ ꯀꯣ ꯅꯪꯒꯤ ꯔꯤꯂꯤꯖꯟꯗꯣ ꯑꯗꯨ ꯑꯆꯨꯝꯕ ꯅꯠꯇꯦꯕ ꯑꯗꯨꯝꯕ ꯌꯥꯗꯦ ꯍꯥꯏꯕ ꯅꯪꯅ ꯇꯧꯕ ꯃꯑꯣꯡꯁꯤ ꯀꯩꯗꯧꯕ ꯑꯦꯅꯤ ꯇꯧꯕ ꯌꯥꯏ ꯔꯤꯂꯤꯖꯟꯁꯦ ꯅꯪꯅ ꯄ꯭ꯔꯦꯛꯇꯤꯁ ꯇꯧꯅꯤꯡꯕ ꯃꯑꯣꯡꯗ ꯑꯗꯨꯝ ꯄ꯭ꯔꯦꯛꯇꯤꯁ ꯇꯧꯕ ꯌꯥꯏ ꯕꯠ ꯌꯨ ꯁꯨꯗ ꯀꯤꯞ ꯏꯟ ꯃꯥꯏꯟ while you are practicing the religion that is the public order ꯊꯨꯒꯥꯏꯗꯕ ꯃꯤꯒꯤ ꯏꯟꯇꯔꯦꯁꯇꯀꯣ ꯄꯕ꯭ꯂꯤꯛꯀꯤ ꯏꯟꯇꯔꯦꯁ. The Constitution provides that every community has full freedom to run its own educational institution to preserve its own language and culture. The 86th Amendment 2002 of the Constitution provides for free and compulsory education to all children of the age of 6 to 14 years. Ko. So, sida kay haike right to education 21A ꯍꯥꯏꯕ ꯑꯃ ꯂꯩ 21 ꯅꯪ ꯍꯥꯏꯕ ꯑꯃ ꯂꯩꯀꯣ ꯁꯤꯁꯦ ꯌꯥꯝ ꯏꯝꯄꯣꯔꯇꯦꯟ ꯑꯣꯏ 21A ꯁꯦ ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏꯒꯤ ꯀꯩꯗꯧꯒꯦ ꯍꯥꯏꯕ ꯃꯇꯝꯗꯅꯦ ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏꯒꯤ ꯉꯁꯥꯏꯒꯤ ꯃꯥꯒꯤ ꯁ꯭ꯇꯨꯗꯦꯟꯠꯁꯦ ꯁꯤꯗ ꯍꯥꯏꯁꯦ ꯀꯩ ꯍꯥꯏꯔꯦ ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏꯒꯤ ꯆꯍꯤ ꯀꯌꯥꯗꯒꯤꯅ 6 to 14 years ꯀꯣ ꯁꯤꯒꯤ ꯃꯇꯥꯡꯗ 6 to 15 years ꯀꯥꯏꯅ ꯍꯥꯏꯕ ꯌꯥꯎꯔꯛꯀꯅꯤ ꯑꯗꯨꯗꯒꯤ ꯑꯦꯛꯖꯥꯝꯄꯜ ꯑꯣꯏꯅ 8 to 14 years ꯀꯣ ꯑꯗꯨꯗꯒꯤꯗꯤ ꯁꯤ ꯁꯨꯃꯥꯏꯅ ꯂꯥꯛꯀꯅꯤꯀꯣ ꯂꯥꯛꯄꯁꯦ ꯁꯤꯗ ꯀꯩꯗꯧꯔꯦ ꯁꯤꯗ ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏ ꯑꯣꯞꯁꯟ ꯍꯪꯒꯅꯦꯕ ꯔꯥꯏꯠ ꯇꯨ ꯏꯗꯨꯀꯦꯁꯟꯅ ꯆꯍꯤ ꯀꯌꯥꯗꯒꯤꯅ ꯀꯌꯥ ꯐꯥꯎꯕ ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏꯒꯤ ꯃꯥꯒꯤ ꯆꯍꯤꯁꯦ ꯀꯌꯥꯗꯒꯤ ꯀꯌꯥ ꯐꯥꯎꯕ ꯄꯤꯒꯦꯅ ꯍꯪꯉꯅꯤ ꯀꯩ ꯀꯔꯝꯕ ꯈꯨꯝꯅꯤ ꯍꯥꯏꯔꯣꯅꯦ ꯍꯥꯏꯔꯣꯅꯦ ꯁꯤꯗ ꯆꯍꯤ ꯀꯌꯥꯗꯒꯤꯅ ꯀꯌꯥꯐꯥꯎ ꯑꯣꯏꯅꯤ ꯑꯣꯀꯦ 6 to 14 ꯑꯗꯨꯗꯒꯤꯗꯤ ꯉꯁꯥꯏꯒꯤ ꯐꯟꯗꯥꯃꯦꯟꯇꯦꯜ ꯔꯥꯏꯠꯁꯅ ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏꯗ ꯇꯧꯔꯤꯁꯦ ꯑꯗꯨꯅ ꯑꯗꯨ ꯈꯪꯉꯣ ꯑꯦꯖꯨꯀꯦꯁꯟꯒꯤ ꯃꯇꯥꯡꯗ ꯔꯤꯂꯦꯇꯦꯠ ꯑꯣꯏꯕ ꯑꯥꯔꯇꯤꯀꯜꯗ ꯌꯥꯎꯕꯁꯤꯡꯁꯦ ꯌꯨ ꯍꯦꯞ ꯇꯨ ꯅꯣ ꯗ ꯑꯥꯔꯇꯤꯀꯜ ꯗꯦꯠꯁ ꯕꯤꯟ ꯔꯤꯂꯦꯇꯦड ꯋꯤꯠ ꯗ education ꯀꯣ ꯑꯗꯨꯒ ꯔꯥꯏꯠ ꯑꯒꯦꯟꯁ ꯑꯦꯛꯁꯄ꯭ꯂꯣꯏꯇꯦꯁꯟ traffic in human beings and forced labor and the employment of children under 14 years in a factory, mine, etc. are punishable offense ko. Right against exploitation. Sahi tra mari bigi makhada leiriba nga like tamhanbay mahota mado ke dawa. Hoigi ꯃꯥꯏꯟꯗ ꯀꯩꯗ ꯑꯗꯨꯃꯥꯏꯅ ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏꯅ ꯃꯣꯏꯁꯦ ꯇꯧꯍꯜꯂꯒꯗꯤ ꯗꯦꯠ ꯏꯁ ꯄꯅꯤꯁꯤꯕꯜ ꯀꯣ ꯄꯅꯤꯁꯤꯕꯜ ꯑꯣꯏ ꯄꯅꯤꯁꯤꯕꯜ ꯑꯣꯐꯦꯟꯁꯅꯤ. Right to constitutional remedies ko right to constitutional remedies haragadi kaino when a citizen feels that any of his fundamental rights has been encroached upon, he can move the Supreme Court or High Court or any other court empowered for the purpose by an act of parliament for the enforcement, and this court are empowered to issue the usual writs of writ singje kai kaino writs ki matang da khang bangang yawra. This word writs ki matang da khang bangang yawra. Writs ki matang da khang ba yawra yawde. ko akhoi article khara lay kai kai oin writs ki matang da khang wanu yawdrabanina ko article si important over mayam le adu sir na noide kyang ba ganu ko aduga masagi writs se akhoina magi bridge ki matang da amumuk lay ko. So nangi kai kumba nangi right si mang khalla ba ko adudi kai dawni there is called 32 ga article 226 ko article 32 ga article anijam khatnai ko 200 ka 26 ka si is a law. It's a very important article kai gino have matamda noina si ga article si da kai yawre to power of high courts to issue certain writs ha je kai no have matamda magi ko khoi ngasai gi leiriba magi hojiki high court sina any government official lo oibe yai ko any mi amada oibe yai sida hangba yaba ko. Habeas corpus haibadi this is writ of habeas corpus ko haibadi kaino nangse natraga kanagama particular mi ma fagre ba police na ko adagi witness me amle hore ma se fagre adu sumai torga ma se fa matamda police station du chalure ma se lairamdre police na di fagre adu si particular si police na si station jina fagre hairoba sigi habeas corpus se court tharani ba and me my father gadi within 24 hour he have to be in the court puthok ta ba yade ba court puthok tu ne within 24 hour aduna court puthok na ba mai manung da ma nga sa family du na oigi ko magi ke do ba mi ma faga gadi court puthok ne aduna within 24 hour puthokani puthoraktra gadi they can apply for this habeas corpus which means kai de like ge masado puthoro aina court na hang dine ba adu hangbudu da ne ba marak du da thaina matam di ko khoi gi habeas corpus se duna faraga ko policing na thaina khoi as lambi da na thokraga nomai mula kap de kapna bani ga haraga fake encounters adu fake encounters sida ke do because they are bypassing the habeas corpus adu court puthokada ba do puthokta ba ya de ba phagra ga police station yogra di madugi potse puthorokna ba court 24 hour da court na ke do ni they will issued in habeas corpus aduna police na khwaidagi faba nungai ba mi faba nungai ba matam je karam kanda oi karam numit oi kaigumba moina if they want to buy times matam je moina matam je amna manghaninga gadi what will they do moina kai dawrani they will arrest that particular person in Saturday numit se moi fagani ba पुलिस ख्वाई फागन वन मुझे सैटरडे मरमदी सैटरडे की अखोई काय गुंबा नुंदांग वायरम गुंबा सैटरडे से तौरक फारगदी मोइने कैदौबा सैटरडे दा फारगदी संडे से कोर्ट ऑफ लेरे को कोर्ट से ऑफ लेबनिना मतमदो यामना फंगे को अदुना सैटरडे दा फागिबा मीसिदी फजना को इंटरोगेशन तखारमनी अमा मथाइना फाबजे मी फाबजे सैटरडे दा फाब लाकनी पुलिस ना कईगी हदि मागी मतमदो फंगनबा अदुगा ngसाइगी एग्जांपल ओइना कोर्ट सिने कई हाय अइना मी मा बेंगलोर दगी फारगा पुरागदी मतम खरा चंगनी अदुना चंगिबा मतमदुदी it will not be counted within कदोबा 24 hour दा यारोयबा बेंगलोर दगी फारा लाको मीदु 24 hour दा पुथोरो हाइदी यारोयदने को नुंदा वनम दा फारदे केगनो दा मागी नुवालगा मागी प्लेन टिकट कटना कोटना तोरा पुथोरो नबा अदुम प्रोविजन लेबनिना अदुना ट्रैवल तबगी मतम जिसो मोइना कदोवी अखोइगी पी हैव कोर्टना अदुना कदोवे मोइना हाइन फाब मतमदा पुलिसना फार कंद कदोवी अदुना मी अखोइगी सेनापति दगी फारगा इम्फाल की पुलिस स्टेशन दगी लेरे अदुगमा पोरको मतमदा कदोरनी मतम थुंगी चंगलेवा विद द टाइम ऑफ अरेस्ट दगी कदोवा गाड़ी यादबनी गुंबा कोर्ट बुखलप मतमदा मतम जे खरा लौगे हरे गाड़ी यादन हाइ लेयुबनी अदुना मैम अमा लाइको अदुना that is why they have this corpus is there mandam masina kaino nangi thabam to habana trama to bi habam matamda da kedoba akhoigi haibaji yadreba yadba matamda you can court amna tara certain taraga hoski government official da mother mandam mas token I command you to do this ko nangna magi sigi tawdu pot se si mi ji hak mat pani you have to do this in mandam masina command pi ni prohibition sina kaino अखोइगी कदवा हाई कोर्ट अमना लोअर कोर्ट अमदा तोबनी पोचनी को अदुगा तपायको अदुगा नंद क्वा वारंटो लेरे को क्वा वारंटर सिने कदौरे अइना के गुंबा मी मलाए अदुगा लागा मसागे माजे अइजे अदुनी अदानी तोर लाए लागा अइगी ऑफिस से को सिदा usurpation है हाबदी मैम ले को usurpation है दी मागी जगह तो खोगी एरिया ओइदबा मागी लमाई ऑफिस नतबसे लागा अइजे सुमाइना सी लागनी अदुना public office amada ko sing ngasai ngangi mem sing je it's applicable to the public office ni ko public habdi government gi na laaga aina ai siden lao habani aduna da lao habani na adi authority laita vida ai office amna changjalaga mana magi jaga claim to khalakpa ko sigumba problem sing se taunaba khogi ko awan to ni nang ka kana na haraga no haba poche aduna masagi chawe haraga so magi ngasai office amna pamna leijare leiba matamda magi yadaba pote issue duneba ko by what authority aduna sigumba jineba ken tare ko adiki na khogi ko awan to na pi se mim laksalaga nongonda nangi kasini aduni aigi ni si adugidi mo ha reaching jam khangu ko reaching ja sine ke doba hoi public office la ko jam tawi ko ne di thengna roi adubu masa in public offices ko laaga aina adugini adu adani aina sine ha ko ni nangi loire gaina hajalaga ko haidi tawi ba forcibly ko aduna adun certiorari laire sine ke doba sichu high court amna lower court amda ko magi case kumba pending leiba amakak transfer tawbani khangde cost tawbani khangde ko aduna magi jaga mayam leire sijo hadi magi tawdriba poto khoigi loishanaba pending leiriba potse suguma memje loishanaba suguma napiba magi richineba ko aduna you have to know article 32 and 226 certiorari and the sigi mangaje ko habeas corpus mandamus prohibition quo warranto and certiorari si khangwa aduga directive state principle of state policies ko this is directives name directives pi baneba adang si tawo na state ta pi bani aduga sigi jena hadi it's not sigi dpsp sing se it's not ko enforceable in the court of law to ko hadi court agi khoigi enforceable oide directive hadi nang ibema nang do domaina tawrodi fani nang handak to sumaina nang hui macha singdo natraga hui macha pokpa singdo handak nang na fajana sumaina akon na fajana thamu ga ina ko yumdigi ni babain harak pe ibem handak suman the long si to o ga ina ko nang amagadi kaina haibado directives so the directive principle of state policy, though not enforceable through a court of law, are regarded as fundamental in the governance of the country. They are merely instructions or directives to the legislatures and the executive authorities for the day to day administration of the country. The state is directed to promote the welfare of the people. To achieve this aim, the state should strive ko directive never seeking a saigi harise ko not through a court of law haje not enforceable through a court of law are regarded as fundamental duties haje enforceable oideva if your the PSP has been violated nang court chatlag hete yaro heba ko nangi fundamental rights hete chatlagadi even though the lower court does refuse to listen hadi nangi fundamental rights haku matamda nangi lower court na laibasina nangi fundamental rights se khoi nang matang case tong yeningdre khoi case lo khotpa ngamaro haigadi you can even go to the supreme court if your fundamental rights are violated ko nangi fundamental rights violation tawragadi you can go to supreme court but the DPSP means it's a directive principle. The PSP the kay hire to provide uh, adequate means of livelihood for all citizens. Citizens kutimaki mangi livelihood fazana pinaba nana haibani na koi si important oi the PSP si ko pai ko the PSP say it's not enforceable ko court enforceable oide si je fazana khangu ko so noina ngasai akhona aina sarna noida haigedaba amna play store da khangbra play store da chango aduga you will find an app called Indian Constitution ko aduda changaga noina yengduse article and leibni article and yawbuse sigi article singsida magi clause ko yara fazana pibane ko aduna sigi mem singse piba matamda noina kedoba yengadabane ba adusu yengu ko article 36 to 54 ko See the magi Article 36 na 50 say we will come under the PSP. Article 36 na kayawi, 37 na kayawi, 38 na kayawi, 39 na kayawi, 40 na kayawi se. Yengo na chang thoga yengo adugi matam di leite takogi ko. Ai du class sele e. Adu si political science class natabanina I will not be able to go deeply. Yengo ko. To see the high say to have fair distribution of wealth and material resource among all classes to ensure equal pay for equal work for men as well as for women. Nupa ga nupi ga equal pay chap manana pibi ga dabani. To provide early childhood care and education for all children children until they complete the age of 6 ko. Yes ko. Sorry. To provide early childhood care and education for all children until they complete the age of 6. This has been substituted by the 86th Amendment. 86th Amendment na sige po se substitute tawag ko DPSP se ko. To provide work, education, and public assistance during unemployment all age ko. Si ma'am si yengo this is very important. Sida kay yaure education gi matang yaure ba ko. Noy nga saigi UGC net ki oram ni kay daure. Fundamental right is very important. Fundamental rights is khangba important oi hawdi loibo because any question can be asked from fundamental rights. Aduga noy nga sida khangdu sina kay daure sigi education bo help palaba any article sigi kong hai tamaiba fundamental rights adagi DPSP adagi mathangda fundamental duties. The education would palaba. So you should go to the article. Karamba article dana particularly. Example nga sana Article 21A, the right to education gi pali dana. Adumay taw dana DPSP gi daso karamba article sina is discussing about the education jama karam matang na pali hai bese nana kadaba. You should all be very aware. Yan tare ko. No nasan aware abam change ba. See, to improve public health, mga diyaw si DPSP da. To reduce the inequalities of, sorry, to raise the level of nutrition and standard of living, to ensure just and human condition of work, so as to offer full opportunity for the enjoyment of leisure and social and cultural progress, to reduce the inequalities of income, to secure protection of child and adult level against exploitation and moral and material abandonment ka, to promote agriculture and animal husbandry, improving breed of cattle and preventing cow slaughter. देखो the PSP da sida yauruse. So you should be agriculture and animal husbandry haragadi. This will link to agricultural gi oibada mari lenaragadi. Agricultural education darkar lagtro. The agricultural education darkar lagi ke daure the need of agricultural gi knowledge leba institution darkar lai ko agricultural university kaina lagtu je sigi dum you can relate that agricultural university ka ma sigi dum relate to bi ai ko agriculture promote to ge haragadi ke daurani sigi magi DPSP ki matungina agricultural education darkar lai ko sigum basingje noina link to bangam gada baneba because directive principles of state policy na ko magi du kai haire to promote agriculture and animal husbandry sigum mani chingba ko to protect monuments of historical and national importance. ꯁꯤꯖꯤꯃ ꯀꯥꯎꯒꯅꯨ ꯁꯤꯒꯤ article ꯁꯤ ꯀꯔꯝꯕꯗ ꯌꯥꯎꯒꯤ ꯌꯦꯡꯉꯣꯀꯣ. To establish village panchayat and also to separate the judiciary from the executive, adagidi to safeguard and promote educational and economic interests of the scheduled caste and scheduled tribe. Si yaure magi ko. Kem khan ko sarna noigi hojik pirakini noida pirakini noigi study material aina pra type to thorga pirake ko. Pirakpa matamda nang ngasai fundamental rights ki boiro fundamental duties ki boiro yamna live among the epithora kini ko. Sigi aina sigi I'm not sharing you the slides ko. Kaiguna da kitang ups and down like this slides same matamda. So I'll be sigi recorded class hoy dasu I'll be giving you the notes ko for this portion. To safeguard and promote an educational and economic interest of the scheduled caste, educational high ko sida scheduled castes and scheduled tribes. Aduna ngasai noine khangduise magi sigum mamje lakpa matamda rooster list kind laiba hoigi magi ngasai scheduled tribe po oro scheduled caste ki oro moigi economic interest su moigi educational or su moigi support to biba sigum mana chingba sichu. It also comes under the DPSP. To promote international peace and security, maintain just and honorable relations amongst nations, and encourage the settlement of international dispute by arbitration. Aduna siguma laire ko. Adugidi akoigi ngasaigi moina haise ngasaigi 42nd amendment sina kedoba hoigi DPSP se struck down tawreba. Kai struck down the DPSP na fundamental rights segi henbagi magi primacy leibese sise hekathatle kaigi mongonda DPSP dana hena important piba. Four of the 42nd amendment which gave primacy to DPSP. DPSP dana helina fundamental duties tagidi DPSP ne hen important pirame ko masaigi section 4 of the masaigi kadoba 42nd amendment gi ko. 42nd amendment se kadoba sita kai pire. It says that the DPSP was the man in a powerful label of fundamental rights agi. So it was struck down by the Supreme Court that the karma ground masagi that it can change the basic features of the constitution. Basic features of the constitution is change the way they go. My basic features and sokpa ya the area karako. We can do amendments but basic features of the constitution sidi hungba de sokpa de. So fundamental duties yamna important oy fundamental duties important oy habadi akoigi sida nani yengduse ko complete sa aiju kawre sim sana me masagi ne in order to bring ko sa to back the concerns man a these to cherish inspire national struggle for freedom to afford and protect humanity. Okay, man. So sigi fundamental duties ne fana fabiyu ko learn by heart maramdi kaigino sigi fundamental duties dane noina nainaba yabase kaigino habadi sigi fundamental duties se important oi UGC net kida kaigi environment ki perspective te kisu EVS ki perspective te kisu hangi si mamangda ko si soidana hangi ko sida yamna collide tawba yaba akhoi area da collide tawba yaba ani yawi sida mayam ma yawi fundamental duties se so masai gi akhoi environmental studies ki perspective ta gisu ama hangaki ko jo karamba sigide clause A B C D E F G H I J K ko sumain lakpa matamda sarna haidu se fundamental duties ki ko article ko article 51 se amtang ngi kam tang ka kom tang ngaw T1 A close sini lakpa ko okay ko article 51 tang na ti ko ngasai gi fundamental duties hare gadi it will be coming under all article 51A ko 51 jina DPSP rom na chingre ko aduna 51A se sina ngasai gi magi de clause G na yarakpa natraka magi example hoina article 51A clause ko K gaina lakpa su yai ko so mana K gaina su lakpa yai lakpa de sarna noi da haning se sigi clause sing je khangbu important oeba mamang da question number laki ko EVS ki environmental studies ki de ko lakpa matamda which of the article ko karamba article na ngasagi karamba article na ko jaw pra A B A B C D E F G karamba G H I J K ko karamba article na article maming ma'am period na ko karamba article na hoigi talks about to protect and improve the natural environment including forests lakes river and wildlife and to have compassion for living creature aduna moy hangeba which of the article talks about the safeguarding of the environment in harega article du ma'am option p ko khangaba article man the people adu di environment ki oina harega di karamba article na oini hairone angam to khumoni karamba article na oigani not seven jidi moina sigi list oina semakpagi like te abudo na haponi sanna adubu ngasai nang kaina magi proper obidi kaina irekani khangdrabo kana kana yauge Levis Levis haro kamai ini sigi jaga je hangmani ko yam tina hangma jaga ni any area je dum mongmandana Limium ꯃꯃꯤꯡꯗ ꯂꯥꯏꯃꯌꯨꯝ ꯀꯩꯕ interaction खितंग तौनसिको
Henry haiba sir.
लाइमयूम हेनरी कई होगनी
Sir, Henry.
हौजिक अने ताग नंग खंगद्रबा मंगांग लेमा हाइरो
Article 48.
अरे हौजिक सानरी से खोइना हाइसे आर्टिकल 48 तसु यारंगनी को सर हौजिक सानई से सिदा ममांग द ताइसिदी जी नत्रो सी जी जे सिगी जे ओरेदी कमाई इलेनी सिदि कय यावगे to protect and improve the natural environment including forest lake river and wildlife to have compassion for living creature article 48 cho number ai ko adi psp ga fundamental duties ka ne collide to yawni otherwise what I'm saying is hoyi ga do ba masagi hoyi si particularly fundamental duties ki ne haise aduna masagi fundamental duties yam de ko aduga nangi ngasagi article 48 to di adugi environment ki di or moi but I think it might have been related le marketing di related or ngani ai chu ka gure ko kuiram nin thado ki bje sir no da hai chate kemnate you have to learn by heart this fundamental duties UPSC tha gera any competitive examination tha gera you have to learn by heart this fundamental duties ko so kay haren la ani ko 51 kay la ani A is the magi fundamental duties की 51A से ओझा लेरबनी को मसाना 51A है बसे article 51 article है इनको article 51A से fundamental duties ने मसा 51A है से 51A के मनुंग दा list मैम याउदनेबा मागी मनुंग दा तौगदबा मैम अमा अदुदी सिजे कोन what do we call this A से काइना है नी A दे यार पोचे काइना है नी कोइना नो सन खंगनबनी को A दे यार पोचे कोइ काइ है नी clause A clause A da kayawi to abide by the constitution and respect its ideal and institution the national flag and the national anthem haragadi adugi matang na nene se kaina oire clause A so article 51 the which of the article gi magi ko sina talks about the respect the national flag and the national anthem haragadi karama chap chap article hari 51A अदुगा 51A सिदा मिने को ngahon gi haragadi 51A gi karam angang se khangeba article fundamental duties ta कोई national flag important respect तौगदबनी national anthem से respect तौगदबनी यावे है से खंगेबा angang se खंगा गजो confusion namuk lehenbeba को hangpo matamda अदुगा 51 clause A sini ko ओरगदी कमाने कंफ्यूजन लहन भैया 51 A की क्लॉज A 51 A की क्लॉज B 51 A की क्लॉज G 51 A की क्लॉज H करम ओइनी नेशनल फ्लैग की मतंग दा हाई करम क्लॉज 51 की A को अदुदी G सिदन मुकै हाइरे G मुकै हाइरे to protect and improve the natural environment including forests this word ꯌꯥꯗ꯭ꯔꯦ ꯑꯃꯨꯛꯀꯣ ꯁꯤ ꯂꯣꯏꯁꯤꯜꯂꯝꯃꯁꯦ ꯉꯁꯤ ꯑꯝꯇ ꯄꯥꯏ ꯉꯥꯏꯈꯣꯀꯣ ꯑꯗꯨꯅ ꯉꯁꯥꯏꯒꯤ ꯅꯣꯏꯅ ꯈꯪꯗꯣꯏꯁꯦ ꯑꯗꯨꯗꯤ ꯉꯁꯥꯏꯒꯤ ꯏꯟꯚꯥꯏꯔꯟꯃꯦꯟꯠꯀꯤ ꯃꯇꯥꯡꯗꯗꯤ ꯀꯩ ꯀꯔꯝꯕ ꯀ꯭ꯂꯣꯖꯀ 51ꯒꯤ ꯀꯔꯝꯕ ꯀ꯭ꯂꯣꯖꯀ ꯃꯔꯤ ꯂꯩꯅꯔꯦ ꯂꯩꯅꯕ ꯃꯇꯝꯗ ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏꯒꯤ ꯁꯤꯗꯀꯣ G H R J K ꯀꯣ ꯑꯗꯨꯗꯤ ꯀꯩꯗꯧꯔꯕ ꯀ꯭ꯂꯣꯖ G ꯁꯦ ꯁꯤꯅ ꯏꯟꯚꯥꯏꯔꯟꯃꯦꯟꯠꯀ ꯃꯔꯤ ꯂꯩꯅꯔꯦꯀꯣ to protect and improve the natural environment ꯑꯗꯨꯒꯤ ꯁꯤꯒꯨꯝꯕ ꯃꯌꯥꯝꯁꯦ ꯀ꯭ꯂꯣꯖ ꯃꯌꯥꯝꯁꯦ ꯈꯪꯉꯣꯕꯀꯣ 51ꯒꯤ ꯃꯅꯨꯡꯗ ꯂꯩꯕ 51ꯒꯤ ꯃꯅꯨꯡꯗ 51A A ꯌꯥꯗ꯭ꯔꯦꯀꯣ ꯑꯃꯨꯛ ꯑꯩꯁꯦ ꯃꯩ ꯃꯨꯠꯈꯤꯕꯩꯅꯦ ꯇꯥꯕ꯭ꯔꯣ ꯑꯉꯥꯡ so ꯇꯥꯕ꯭ꯔꯣ ꯑꯩ ꯇꯥꯕ꯭ꯔꯣ ꯑꯩ ꯉꯥꯡꯉꯤꯁꯦ
Tayo, sir.
ngasi loisallasiko sigida aduna ngasai gi si kadaba article k jena to provide opportunity for education to children si ma'am se sida age of 6 and 14 nena sida yaure ko sigi poche important oi noina khanga dabase ngasai gi right to education ta nang nate fundamental duties as yaure to provide opportunity for education to his child or as the case may, or as the case may be what between the age of 6 and 14 years ko aduna si education gi matang da yauri ge ko that is the khwaidagi important oibani ko 51 A sarna yamna nokning mamong da ningsang 51 K se aina right to education ni kamaina habide K for kids angang aduna K is angang matang naina banina fundamental duties ta ko 51 A gi clause K se it will be kedoba kai ge ore angang gi ko 6 to and 14 years dumain tawdana noi dung gamjaba mong da faraga si ge jo ko si khango to develop the scientific temper humanism and spirit of inquiry and reform si education ga mari lainei ko aduna fundamental duties si khango aduna article ma'am du yengaga si ge link tawraga thamoro ko that is how you will get familiar with the question patterns aduna environmental gisu education gisu yamna collect tawma mafam se hangakpa ya mafam se ken fundamental duty sisu yamna chawba mafam amani aduga noina khangdu se president adu ada the attorney general adu ada yamna pasan bagi daka leite ko noina just khangdu se fundamental rights to fundamental duties se well versed orega legadaba because it can comes in your examination UGC net examination president adu du khangba budi like if you have time you can go for president adu du khangning adi khangba yai but kadoba fundamental duties se siga forward fundamental rights GPSP and fundamental duties sibok se khango ko मैम यार को ज्ञान ताब्रो ज्ञान ताब्रो तादि तादि है को फरे 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 लोसलसे अदुदि हयेंग इंडियन लॉजिक्स तगी होदनब को अदुगा नो डोंट वरी आई नो नोट सेम को इवन दो आई मे बी लाइक 10 to 5 to 10 days मुक्तंग लेट ओरबिदि आई को अदु ओरेगसु आई हदक खितंग असाइनमेंट खरा लै मिचिन बनिना अदु लोरेगा नो गे दम नोट्स आई पीगे को यारे मैं बाय
Thank you, sir.